Hey guys, quick editor's note here. I just want to say thank you to ProChara for being the inspiration for this video. I've been watching a lot of his content recently subscribed. He's got a lot of cool Splatoon content going over, the history of Splatoon's meta, and just digging deep into, the game, what's wrong with it, what's good about it. So I highly recommend go check out his channel. You can also find the exact video that I used for inspiration up there. So yeah, I think that's it. I've got a lot of these videos coming out in the future. Again, ProChar is the inspiration for all these. So yeah, that's it from editor me. So enjoy the video, guys.
So I'm sure you've heard the controversy between the Splatoon 2 meta and stage design. Like a lot of shooter games, the Splatoon series is no stranger to weapon nerfs and buffs, as well as bad stage design. And the Splatoon 2 meta has been a horrible shooter meta, looking at you, 52, and some of the stages just disappoint. So let's jump right into these issues of Splatoon 2. As explained, Splatoon 2 is in a shooter meta currently. If you don't know what meta is defined as the most effective tactics available. Meta. The main problem with the Splatoon meta is that it stays overpowered for the whole time it's around, and the current meta has more than one problem. We run into a problem when we get to the 52 gals, more specifically, the Kenza 52 gal. We can ignore the other two as their kits aren't great. The Kenza variant has Ink Wall and Booyah Bomb. This combo is broken. Kenza can just wall off any alleyway, like the super small ones and Walleye, and can just camp behind the wall to pressure you. You're dead in 2 to 3 direct hits. What's worse is that it has Booyah Bomb. It's splashdown, but better. It's literally an ink bomb that spreads open. And effectively nullifies all pressure options from your opponent. It's a great weapon, that's why it's in the meta, but it's the majority of what you see at top tier levels. The next main problem is stage design. A lot of Splatoon 2 stages are linear and are focused on fighting in mid. A few examples are Port Mackerel, Walleye Warehouse, Inkblot, Art Academy, and Manta Maria, among others. This creates the issue of all of your approach options entering into mid. You're essentially screwed if you can't push forward quick enough. All of being returning stages, like I mentioned, Walleye and Port have these problems. These two stages are mostly flat, straight shots to mid. Both stages have two approach options from the side, but again, they just lead to mid. On the contrary, the Reef, a Splatoon 2 original stage, is a great example of great stage design, with multiple options to enter into mid and great options to flank. You can either jump down the normal way and enter into mid. You can choose either side route and go into mid, or flank around, and the shorter options from the sides are great flanking and entering options. This stage is a great example of good map design. Now, when we get to stage changes for ranked modes, that's an entirely different story. Piranha Pit is returning stage from Splatoon 1 with some actually beneficial redesigns. It's a great stage. It has incredible stage design like the Reef with great flanking options and great entering options that make it just great to work around, especially in splat zones. But when we get to the Rainmaker variation for this, well, let's just say they kind of ruined it. They've added on a portion to the lower ends of the map that just completely gets rid of what was there before. The layout completely negates the original spawn for all of the modes. You can't even get up there. Even if you use the sponge to get up to that small area, you still can't get to where your spawn is supposed to be. It's taken this perfectly and amazingly designed map, and it's created it into this problem of our linear flat stages. Now, Splatoon 1 maps, on the other hand, do a great job of keeping away from this design process. Each map in the original game has a unique gimmick that doesn't take away from the map. Some great examples are Hammerhead Bridge, Mahi Mahi Resort, and Museum di Alfonsino. Hammerhead has a great bridge that runs across the entire middle of the stage, Resort has a lowering water level which adds to the stage, and Museum has spinning platforms in the two spawns and in the center area. One of my favorite things is how Museum takes the use of the rotating platforms in other modes, having spawn in zones and tower control on top of that spawn spinning platform, and the Rainmaker podium on that same platform. And on Resort, the level actually gets bigger from its gimmick, the falling water level. When the water lowers, it reveals more platforms to swim across. It's genius, honestly, and I want to see more stages like this in Splatoon 3. To fix the mistakes Splatoon 2 brought upon us, in 3, make stages with unique gimmicks, but don't completely abandon Splatoon 2's stage design, as in smaller numbers, I think these types of maps are great. Second, make weapon kits have some understandability to them, and have a certain design in place for a weapon class, and make small changes as see fit. It doesn't make sense to give a slow, long-range weapon like the E-Leader Ink Mine. It helps accomplish nothing for the weapon. Like, nothing. Instead, give it, like, Splat Bomb or Auto Bomb, which are great ranged bombs that can benefit to its game. Give Ink Mine to a weapon like K-52. It's already good enough with its range and damage, but if you take away its current sub, Ink Wall, it's no longer X-Rank. It's still a great weapon, and it has Booyah Bomb, but it just makes it less annoying to play against as its pressure isn't as high. Well, that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Let me know the things you'd like to see from Splatoon 3's maps and weapon design. I'd love to hear your guys' inputs always. And until next time, guys, peace out.